What? I wasn't even looking at my screen, to be honest.
I don't know if
Uh-huh.
there's the problem is I don't think I would have any chemistry with Zombie Guru. Like
Then, the fuck you trying to
I want to
guru
play
me?
someone. I want to play someone I have chemistry with.
Mm. Who's the zombie guru?
He's
Never
a
heard of this
BO4
person.
player.
To you and BO4 players, I'm very impressed with BO4 players, to be honest. I have a very good
I mean,
spot in my
yeah,
mind.
him and Venom's actually playing pretty well on this map. I mean, I
I'm
think he's
very,
gotten good. Like played it a lot, so probably practiced it
yeah.
a lot.
Quite frankly, I find them more impressive than BL3 players. Fuck
Yeah,
BL3. Fuck your
yeah, me
round
too
cap.
actually.
I actually like games without round caps.
I was gonna say that I think BO4's aged better than BO3
Wow.
for a high round game.
I'd have
I
to
think the
see BL4
strategies
way
are
more.
more interesting. I
You
think the
know,
strategies are more interesting
You
in
know what?
BO4.
I would have to agree with you just because a lot of the strategies on BL3, at least superficially, because I'm not really that familiar with BL3 in terms of the subtleties of the game, but just on the face of it, they do kind of look very similar. Of just okay, faster spawn deities, and I really don't like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's what Oxygen was saying when the game came out, and it's kind of held to be at least half true. I'd have to know way more about BL3 to really know. It's like, oh, there's this cool tech that you can do, and I didn't know about it. But um, Zetsubel looks cool. Quite
They
frankly, I
don't
like
even
the
play
setup.
they don't even play the coolest no one plays Ascension Power or anything though. Like nobody's playing like the really cool stuff.
Really, I swear I've seen people do it. Maybe it was just Megas or
The
something
whole
that people
game,
did
no
it.
one does it the whole game. You
Oh,
might do it to like 100.
okay.
They'll go back up there for Alchem, but that's it. Like they won't actually play the whole game with like ATs there. That would
Huh.
be really sick if someone did that. But I don't know, BO4 strategies look way more interesting for sure.
I'd have to see what 9 looks like. I just don't like the 20 day thing. I think that to me, I would have to say BL3 is better. If that's the
The
case,
what?
that the 25
20
day
day
thing.
thing?
Yeah.
25 day.
Where people play until black screen.
I don't think that's a thing on BO4.
No, I swear people were saying that we were talking about 9 games that were going on for, 10 million billion years.
I don't actually know how that works, but I don't think it's a problem. Whatever there is, there's a workaround for it. So
Well, no, what I'm saying is people are playing for 25 days in a
and then
game.
waiting 25.
No, playing 25 days is in total accumulated playtime.
Oh.
I don't like long.
That's even, yeah.
I don't like long
The game's
games.
a little too long, yeah. Way too long.
So if that's true, I would have to just look at that much. Actually, you could just ask Venoms.
Hmm. No, I've heard about that too, like people being games for fucking years. Like,
Yeah, I think that's to me. I could never consider that a high round game. That's cool because what makes zombies cool to me is this sort of limited time that exists, and BL1 is sort of. I mean, to me, Origins is perfect. I like the 25 hour thing. It's a really nice sweet spot for me, but it's not like BL1's horrible. Honestly, I quite like BL1. Um, it's just not my ideal, but it's still very much better than, the other games that have, 300 hours that you can play. Well, no one's actually played that now. Unspliced.
yeah. But
So he played a legit game, but he spliced it because he played all that time.
yeah, yeah.
That's
That's
so
crazy.
funny.
And that must have taken so long. It must have taken months.
Yeah, and then he restreams it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh my god. Isn't money meant to take less time, not more?
Yeah.
Once again, he needs to refunds those subs. 300 subs or whatever.
Yeah. I can't believe Lex is still making these fucking videos where he just clickbaits and makes it look like he did the record.
Oh, wow.
These people are still making these videos. It's crazy.
I strongly dislike zombies YouTubers. I don't like how our community got sullied with a bunch of people that don't care about the game on the level that we do, and it's good to have entertaining people for sure, but I look at, the last thing that comes to mind is Osu, and I'm thinking, wow, those guys are actually kind of entertaining and still good at the game, even if they're not, top level, they're still high tier players. That entertaining as fuck. I was watching this BTMC guy, and he's an entertaining guy. Pishizor is a fucking content creator on there making, map sort of breakdowns, and that's kind of important, right? Sort of if Jason Blundell made a map breakdown or, mapping philosophy breakdown, that would be interesting because the guy actually makes maps, and it's so unfortunate because he did JC Backfire did a developer interview with him now, and he was talking about, oh, we carefully place these, windows in particular places. And this guy just has, the JC Backfire guy, has no vocabulary to even understand what the fuck he's saying and the implications of all of this because he's not at the respawn. He doesn't know. But imagine a respawn. Imagine me just sitting there, just talking to him. And, he
Yeah.
Luda no clip the
Oh, that makes
spawns
sense.
too. And so actually the spawns go back really far in some areas. And I'd just be really curious. Why did you? Why they added parts to give them a walkway to spawn in? So they'll place a walkway behind the window that looks, completely artificial, and the spawn will be, back at the back of this walkway. And I'm thinking, wait, why would you put the spawn that far? Because not all spawns are like that. The one in Tommy Gun, for example, in the furnace room is very close, and so just understanding their why they made some spawns far away and some it was just a limitation that they couldn't make the spawn far away in the furnace, and that's why it's really close and fast. Maybe it's other things, I don't know, and that's really interesting to sort of pick the brain of somebody because we could sort of bounce off in terms of, oh, this is why, this place is really interesting, and this is why, this place could have been interesting, but it's not because of, particular, misses, type 100, for instance, placing type 100 in that particular spot kind of fucked Solo's ability to do stuff. But then placing the nades in that room actually made a really cool co-op variant of the strat. Um, so there are just so many interesting conversations you could have with somebody that is talking about how they clearly carefully place these things and adjusting them, and then this guy has no idea about the implication of these things because he doesn't play them on high rounds, so he doesn't he doesn't know. And even talking about rerouters too. You think this guy knows about rerouters? I'll be talking about to him about the the fast room rerouters, but then I'll be talking to him about the the 3 spawns. The trench gun is 3 spawns, I'm pretty sure. And talking to him about the spawns that exist over there and how they reroute to whatever spawn zone you're in is brilliant. It is one of the craziest, most brilliant things ever, I think, from what I find interesting about the game. By able to manipulate the spawns, and that's a very sort of World at War. That's a very World at War thing. That's a Barag thing. That's a Shino Numa thing. That's a Darius thing. That's not. I don't believe that's a Kino thing. Though I'm not a Kino expert, so I could be wrong. But that's a very much a World at War thing. I would want to talk to him about that if that's just because that's a very much perfected on BO1. That mechanic is nowhere near as consistent on World at War. I want to pick his brain about all this stuff, and yet there JC Backfire's just a lack of appreciation for the real game, the meat and potatoes, the actual game as we understand it. The game, when I say BO1, I'm not talking about some Mickey Mouse Easter egg hunt. It's like, oh, let's do the fly trap. Oh, I forgot what all the teddy bears or whatever the fuck you need to do for the fly trap. I don't. To me, that's not anything that's worth talking about on a map that is basically only played or mostly played now by the the elite, the creme de la creme of zombie skill. These are the people that still adore this map and see the perfection and the beauty in this map. And for us not to be in a room sitting there is kind of unfortunate, because in other communities you would have educated people that know about the game, know about the real game, know about the actual game as we play it. Those people would be in the room talking to these developers. We'd get the interviews with the developers, kind of like how Pishizor can talk to can go to OsuCon or what the fuck they go to, and talk to the people the devs over there, because he's a YouTuber, and then these high tier players, even top tier players, can go and talk to them too. Why don't we have that? Who are the high round players talking to the devs? They don't exist. We've been locked out of the conversation because our YouTubers are fucking nimwits. They're not even midwits. They're nimwits. And that makes the game worse for all of us, because we need the real players to be there at the helm, telling them, okay, please, make reset around this time. Please, think about the errors. Think about the implications of doing AATs. Think about all of this bullshit that you've added to the game. Think about all of this in terms of, the legacy of your game, and, think about how BO1, I mean, BO1 has an aura, I think, that no other game will ever touch in a sort of longevity sense. What other game is just existing to this degree of just extolment? Everyone has to sit down and respect BO1 and their players, because what their players have done, this dedication that they've put into the game, is because it's so fucking good. It's so fucking solid. It's just a game that you go onto it, and it's, I consider it like a, oh fuck. There we go. Sorry, I was trying to sneeze. It's akin to going outside and expecting to see the sun. It's and then seeing it. That's BO1. You see the sun when you go outside. So this game is something very special. And we needed the fact that BO2 kind of sucked for a really long time for high rounds. Thank you. Yeah, the fact that BO2 sucked for a really long time kind of hurt the legacy of BO2 in terms of, okay, what do people understand about this game? Are people watching this game? Are people still playing this game? And their inability to access the game and making people have to mod the game on, custom clients to be able to play the fucking game is on a level that hurts the BO2's legacy. It hurts the BO2's legacy that the FPS doesn't work properly and the engine fucking sucks. It hurts the legacy where you have to, if I want to play the high rounds, I actually have to mod the fucking game. That kind of hurts the legacy because it makes the access very limited to who's allowed to play the game. That sucks. BO1's perfect though. It is sorry, it's not perfect. It's just the best one out of all the things. There's no round cap. There's insta kill rounds. That there's maps that require economy. It's so fucking dynamic. Oh, the box arrow, unfortunately, Sully's knocked her on Totem. What the fuck, Casper? Knocked her on Totem. Guy in my chat says BO2 is so bad. I'm not even joking. It is. In terms of an actual product, not in terms of what we've done to the game. Community BO2. We've improved the game so much, but the actual game that exists is a fucking pathetic flaccid penis. Basically, it's just not working. It needs Viagra really fucking badly. Just please take the Viagra pill. It's just not. It's just impotent. It's just not doing anything. It's I just got disconnected from servers. I'm on 159 and the zombies just stop dying, but on console it doesn't happen. I just want to go insane that's just in the game. That's in the game. And that also affects the zombies that on Origins, the Templar zombies. It's just so crazy. Unbelievably crazy. They made that game. I can't even jump on 600 FPS. It's just on that level. I can't even move on particular axes because I'm on a high FPS. It's a problem. When I try to leave the game, I have to watch a game over cutscene instead of just being taken out the fucking game. When I want to load into a match, I have to watch a multiplayer lobby even though there is a nobody in my game. What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Are you stupid? No, are you genuinely fucking stupid that you made the most aesthetically pleasing, most creative main menu ever? And, people say, oh, with something that's, very beautiful and creative, you have to sort of sacrifice the functionality. Some functionality, and I should say succinctness is lost in the transition to, beautifying something. At least a lot of the times it happens. BO1 proved that you will have the most succinct experience you can have in zombies with the most creative. When people talk about main menus, they talk about BO2 multiplayer's music, and they talk about the incredibly creative BO1 main menu, where you're sitting on the chair that you can get out the chair. It was a fucking experience to me. Especially when I was talking about it with Naraj, he had the same experience as a kid, where it's, you can get out the chair? What the fuck, you can do 3 arc unlock? That was an experience for me as a kid too. It was such a creative main menu. Before the menu even fades in, I can have DOA loaded immediately. Tell me about that. I have DOA loaded immediately? Why? Why is that a thing that I have DOA loaded? It's because it's succinct. Even though it looks beautiful, it functions incredibly succinctly. It just works. The game just fundamentally works. Oh, backspeed doesn't work? Load up DOA. Okay, then load up the map that you want to do. And it's just so quick. It just works. It's so snappy. The reset times are the same on the game as on console. It just works. It's a fundamentally sound product on Modern Wars half, or on BO2 the reset times are fucked too. Really? And that's a game that you're forcing me to call good? I was like, oh, that's a good product. What the fuck it's not? That's a pathetic, languid penis that won't get erect. It's pathetic. Well, BO1, and it needs Viagra, which is the mod menu. This is where the analogy is going. Oh yeah, the entire. Oh, go on.
Yeah, I want to say I really wish that Blundell did do like an interview with like Pyron players, because that would be really fucking cool.
That would be phenomenal, because we would actually have actual mechanical questions to ask the guy, actual, and stuff that he clearly knows about. But JC Backfire just couldn't indulge him on those questions. Clearly something he knows about the window placements. He's telling us how meticulous they are. He knows about these things that we care about. And then we need to talk about the fucking teddy bears and stuff like that. Why are you there? quite frankly, why are you there? Why are we not there? That's an interviewer sort of interviewing somebody and, a fucking astronaut and then not knowing anything about sort of the implications of any sort of missions or whatever, not knowing the history. Why are you there? You're taking up space. There could be somebody there. You could have invited somebody there to do the interview. You could have set it up, but instead, you just did it yourself. Now, I understand that obviously you have questions to ask or something like that, but it could have been a fucking tag team. We could have tag teamed this guy with our questions, real fucking high round players. They're sitting there. Man, you get all the Reese players in a call. Man, that call isn't ending. That call is like 3 days long. In terms, man, we would be talking about each. Man, Thompson room would be at least like 7 hours. We'd be there for 7 hours just picking his brain about the Thompson room. So, why this pixel? He's like, oh, why the monkey bombs fell on the wood? You know, we should be asking him so many questions because we know about the fucking game. We like the game, as in we like playing the game. We don't like theorizing the game. Or we actually like loading up the game and actually playing the game. And that's what I notice about Easter egg guys too. They're doing, Rainbow Pug challenge where I look at my chat the whole time because it's not a real challenge. That means I can. No, a real challenge is lock yourself in a fast room and I have to be playing constant attention to everything that's happening because it's a challenge. That's what it's meant to be. I've never heard a challenge where it's, I need to zone the fuck out and, not pay attention. I can just read Twitch chat. That's not a fucking challenge. That's a sort of content gimmick where you call it a challenge to sort of evoke this, prestige behind whatever you're doing. But you're not doing anything impressive. You don't deserve any impressiveness. And it's a scheme for you to be able to do something that's easy enough for your capabilities in terms of you're a Twitch streamer, so you need to reach out and you suck at the game. Because you don't actually like playing the game, you like theorizing it in your weird, fucking Discord calls, Skype calls back in the day probably. You don't like the game.
Weird fucking kinks. We got them kinks.
Kinks for what?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're weird kinks with the game.
Oh, I'm thinking. Are you talking about something sexual?
Yeah. It's their weird theory, man.
Yeah. Very disappointing. I'm very displeased. Look at other communities that and look at who their YouTubers are, and a lot of the times, competitive communities, it's real people that know about the game, are interested in the aspect of the game that is actually the real aspect of the game, not some Mickey Mouse, oh, I'm doing some Disneyland sort of roller coaster ride around the map. No, I don't care about that shit. Black Fire Brown Boy. And I don't want to mock Easter egg players, in terms of you speedrun the game, obviously you need to know and understand the mechanics to speedrun Easter eggs, and so, I'm not going to mock a mastery and understanding of, the real, some aspects of the real game. So, at the end of the day, Easter egg speedrunners are still, within, our camp of, players that are, good at the game, care about the mastery of the game, which at the end of the day, I care about too, and I'm always going to recognize that, but, I think high round players just got really fucked over. Since BO2, really. BO1 was just the gift of gifts. It's just, this really solid game that exists called World at War Doris. We're going to sort of improve these mechanics and then sort of export it on every single map, and we're going to create the best fucking experience ever. And then we're going to add Mule Cake to everything. It's just, what the fuck? How did that happen? And then BO2 is just a fucking pathetic, it's like a fish on land. It really just does not make sense to me how that game even exists. And how that game was published. They thought, let's just publish this game. They weren't fucking embarrassed. This wasn't fucking embarrassing to you? To publish this game in an incomplete state where I can't even use a fucking trample steam past a particular round or a trap or anything that's meant to instantly kill something. But I can do it on console and I'm missing half the options and I can't even go offline. I have to watch a multiplayer fucking menu. I have to navigate the globe in a very awkward place. Shut the fuck up, man. Seriously, shut the fuck up. At least I get FOV. At least I can change my FPS. Oh, what's that? Oh, I can't jump anymore? Oh, what's that? The game just kicked me out because I can't play offline? Go fuck yourself. That's a poor product, and no one's ever going to tell me to my face that that was a good product. We made that good, not them. We made that good. They don't get any fucking credit for that I can place in front of them. Fuck you.
But yeah, like I don't know. I think the hiring community never really got enough credit from casuals or anything. This is kind of weird. You look at other game communities, and the competitive side always gets like a lot of attention. People like really respect it, and they're the ones that are getting interviewed by the developers. Like I saw a Cuphead like developer interview, with like the speedrun world record holder years ago, and like they're actually like talking about the mechanics of the game, and it's like such a good conversation. And you look at zombies, there's just nothing like that. They're interviewing the fucking YouTubers, the casual YouTubers that, like you're saying, don't even understand the mechanics of the game properly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know why it's like that in this community particularly. I don't understand that.
Yeah,
The
but we
wrong
got
people
fucked over
run.
pretty bad.
I
Really
mean,
bad.
this is the problem with, you know, institutions in terms of when the wrong people get into control, it really affects everything. It's why the games are bad. We wouldn't have bad. I'm not even joking. We would not have bad games if we had people at the helm that would go, hey, because you know the high round community. This is not a community that is gonna, you know, extol bullshit. It's gonna be, wait, this is bullshit and this is really bad. This is really fucking bad and it needs to be undone. All the changes that you thought were, you know, competent, these are stupid and we know what the implications are. Get these things out of our fucking game. We know the implications of, you know, adding a bunch of bullshit to the game and stuff like that. But instead, they let the game, you know, it's like, oh, you can use a ray gun at any round. Because they're listening to people that are fucking incompetent that don't play the game. And, you know, I remember Johnny J. No, it wasn't Johnny J, sorry. It was Noah J456, and he's talking about how, it's like, I playing all day, so why do I need to play all day to get good? And I'm thinking, yeah, imagine fucking Usain Bolt and some, like, dipshit retard just manages to, you know, first attempt to beat Usain Bolt because, guess what? Running, you know, the 100-meter sprint doesn't need you to be playing all day anymore. No, actually, go fuck yourself. Actually, I want people to be playing all day because that is a sign of, you know, dedication and mastery of the skill because you need to play for a long period of time. And yes, of course, that means that if you're not dedicated to the craft, that means you're not going to get good. Yeah, that's fucking life. That's fucking life. The same way that you're a YouTuber because you dedicate your time to doing that, and that means you get the returns out of it. The same way that we're zombie players and we spend a long time learning the mechanics. Why the fuck should you be on our level? Why should our craft be diminished for your purposes? So you can be a more competent YouTuber, you seem as though you're a more competent player to your dipshit fans. Why should our game that we made cool with all our strategies and sort of not actual theory crafting, not like fucking Mickey Mouse. Oh, is there a third Richtofen? No, I'm talking about, oh, let's theory craft. You know, what round are we gonna have to stop trading on Derice because of trade strat, and should we run 3 traps or 2 traps? Now on when we're trading because, you know, safety box error, blah blah blah. I'm talking about real fucking theorizing. You know, can we take these? Can we, you know, squeak out, you know, a few extra rounds on the game? That's what I'm talking about. The actual game being played here. You know, actual theories about the actual game as in the way it was intended to be played because there's still a round-based system. Oh wait, didn't they remove that too? They actually removed the round. That would never happen. Imagine on CS and they just remove the economy. It's like, oh, the economy? What's this? Why do I care about the economy? So what the fuck is this? It's some Disneyland bullshit. It's so nonsense. They killed our game. They completely killed our game. And I will never forgive them too. For just standing idly by and just, you know, extolling these games and blah blah blah. I remember you should BO4 had the most maps on launch and that's why it was so bugging. No, BO1 did. BO1 was the best launch of all fucking time. The best launch of all BO2 was so pathetic. So Nuketown Zombies was in the Hardened Edition. Imagine buying the Hardened Edition, you only get Nuketown Zombies. And then you get the Hardened Edition on BO1, you get fucking you get the best maps of all time. Actually, I don't even say World of Warcraft. You just get the best maps of all fucking time. No debate there too. It's like you get Derice as a fucking. You get all the past map. You don't even have to load the past game up anymore. What the fuck? We had way more. The game, BO1 is a fucking product, just works. You just touch that game and it just works. Just think about that for a second. And how pathetic these launches were in terms of 5 and 5 getting round 100 on, you know, he's playing his 5 and 5 strat and it's like 0-0 in the corner because they didn't think people would get round 100. What, you mean with fucking AATs and a fucking gush gun? So you don't think people are gonna get round 100? You didn't even foresee this, you fucking idiots? That's why, because they're listening to zombies YouTubers. That's why. So, oh, the Galil can kill at any round. How is... the spawn zones are so fucking incredibly quick. Around 100. Oh my god, we need to back. You didn't see this? You didn't see this because you're talking to fucking Noah J456 and a fucking waffle pancake guy. Oh, what the fuck? This guy's doing scribbles on a fucking blackboard about Easter egg. What the fuck, him, pussy? Start doing scribbles about trade strat, and then you'll actually be doing something that's actually worth your fucking time. Pussy.
Yeah.
Pussy, yo.
They deserve way more hate from the community. I'm glad Wonderful sort of took their place. Yeah, get the fuck out of our, get the fuck out of our content. Get your hands out of our pockets. That's our money that they were taking, as far as I'm concerned. That's our sort of, you know, we should have been fucking ambassadors on behalf of the community. We should have had like fucking Phoenix there or something. Like fucking Phoenix just like whispering into their ear, telling them what to do. Because I'm telling you, Phoenix would have way fucking better ideas than all these other guys. Oh, round 55 cap on top of that too? Oh, they'll never get past this round. Are you fucking stupid? You made the spawn so fast and infinite reset. It's not infinite reset, just way harder than BO1. Right? Are you kidding me? You didn't think so? Motherfuckers were so stupid. I'm telling you, these people are very fucking stupid. The developers are very stupid, and so they need a guiding hand, which is, you know, the real zombies community that know about the game. They know about the mechanics and the implications of different changes. They actually need us to, you know, educate them on, you know, these sort of, because fundamentally I see zombies as a canvas. I don't see it as, you know, a game in the traditional sense, in terms of we're the ones that create the you know, the game as we know it. That they're not creating the fucking game. Are you kidding me? You think it's like, oh, you know, the Reese is such a masterful map. It's a masterful map because we made it a masterful map. Quite frankly, they got lucky that they had such, you know, great minds willing to, you know, work on, you know, this, not even a trade strat's not even a strategy in the traditional sense, because you're doing like 15 different strats all at once, depending on, you know, the implications of, you know, whatever is happening in the game. That's what we did. Right, for them it would probably just be like, oh, you just, you know, run like a teleporter trap strat. Don't fuck yourself. We're doing something way fucking cooler than you guys. And they get credit for making the canvas so good, but not the fucking map. The map as we know it is, you know, you think about, you know, the strats that people are doing. Here, when you think of Kino, you're not thinking about, oh, you know, just like turrets. Like, oh, there are a bunch of turrets on the map. Right, no, you're thinking about, oh, you know, trade strat. You're thinking about fire trap. You're thinking about no novas. That's all us. There's nothing to do with them. Hey, you don't get that credit. What the fuck are you talking about? What did you do? I got hit from this side. I can't believe 255 was a cap too. Just imagine, it could have been 1024 and would have been all cushy too. It could have been 1024. Just imagine that too. But it doesn't make me angry. That's the thing too. I kind of, you know, I kind of laugh at it because, you know, we still have BO1. Yeah, that's really nice. So these bots are getting real fucking sophisticated. They started doing accents on every single word that they write. For all I know, that could be some guy from Cambodia or something that's just in, you know, a den. It's been captured. To organize their own ransom. Getting raped every day like a fucking 6-year-old slave for like Caligula or something. I'm just thinking about how traditional zombies was just you killing the zombies with the best weapons available to you. And then you have Origins that's just, okay, I need to keep getting off the, what you call it, the generator. To kill the zombies when I have no ammo. Oh my god. I mean, it's cool in the sense that that's possible, but it's just so, it's just so not
Not
zombies.
serious.
Yeah, it's totally not serious. It's just the weirdest oversights ever. I'm just playing the game as intended. A lot of BO1 is just the game as, you know, a very exaggerated way of intended of playing the game. So I'm just shooting the WAP and hitting the traps and then, you know, making points by shooting the zombies. Wow. So I'm just using the mechanics to my advantage. Oh my god. That's crazy.
Fuck for that. So.
Anyway, enough of that rambling, sorry.
Oh, that was interesting.
Greece is so fucking good, man. Tell me about it. I actually do like Origins though, but I don't know about that generator strat. I'm very curious to learn how. I probably need somebody to tell me what the strat was before, and then you know what the implications are.
It was tank strat.
It was like faster way to play tank.
Yeah, they found. Yeah, I played it in like 2024. You would basically go around the entire map and follow the tank, and I thought that was pretty cool.
You could play
And
it
you don't
faster
do
too
that
if you
anymore?
played it more risky, like the more you get off or something.
Ever since they found that gen strat, that shit's just completely fucking useless now. Cause you know,
Gen strat is so good they use it on BO3 now too.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, really?
Yeah, they didn't fix it in BO3. Yeah.
Of course they didn't. These devs are really fucking stupid. What do I need to say? Again, they need to be guided by, you know, the enlightened people, which is us. But instead, you know, it's actual Easter egg YouTubers that going, oh, did you know the five star errors past round 10? Oh, no, that's why you're talking about errors now. They're only talking about errors when it affects them, which is round 10, because they can't get. Honestly, I'd be real fucking surprised if some of these guys could get round 30 solo. I'm not even joking. I'll be real fucking surprised.
Well, it depends on the map. I need to be on one map.
I'll just throw them on Nod or something. But I'd be hell for
BO2?
them.
Round 30 is not that hard.
No, I'll throw them on Depot. See what they can do.
Oh boy.
They got mob. Like I was getting like 50 on mob. It's like a fucking 9-year-old. So easy that map is.
I mean, you know, that would take 1,000,000 downs. It would have to be flawless too.
Yeah.
Fuck you buying QR and, you know, Wonder Fizz and stuff. Let's just keep it, you know, fucking BO. Let's keep it World at War, quite frankly. You don't need QR. It's round fucking 30. You're a fucking zombies YouTuber that you consider yourself part of the community. Okay. You're part of the community. Let's see you get around 30 solo. Flawless. Fucking go. And then you see them, you know, looking up guides. No, what the fuck? You throw me on any map? I'm doing around 50 easy. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't need to look up any strats. Because I'm actually in the community, so I don't have to, you know, research the strats. I just wing it. Pussies. You're not in the community. That's why you don't know the strats. And that's what I'm exposing. By just throwing them up. I basically teleport them into a torture chamber. Where it's just like Bowie knife to their throats. And it's just, obviously in a video game, you know, in Roblox. You should have Bowie knife to their throats. And it says, if you do not get around 30 flawless, slash. They get fucking fast knife too. No, I'm kidding though. You know, It's not about it's not that deep, but I don't like these people. What can I say? I can't. It's one of the, you know, when people tell you say something positive about, you know, so and so. The fuck? That's like going up to somebody that's being raped and just say, can you go up to your rapist and actually say something good about them? We need to keep the peace. What the fuck are you talking about? These guys destroyed our game. They did. That's not a hypothetical sort of, oh, you know, if we were the ambassadors of the community as YouTubers, this would have never happened. This would have never happened. I'm telling you right now, it would have never happened. To the extent that it did. Obviously, to some extent, that these people are very stupid, so, you know, and their vision for the game is different than, you know, obviously what the high round players think. But if we were the ambassadors, then, yeah, I think our vision would have been more correctly emulated. Can I stop getting instants on round 10? I don't want this. I'm gonna restart until I don't get that. Stop giving me instants on round 10. It's a Mickey Mouse round. Stop doing it. Them removing carpenters on Marvin Origins was a really cool idea.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been nice if it was fire cells too. Yeah, that would actually be the one I would care about. I know how to deal with carpenters, you dipshits. You actually made it so we can deal with these things. The fucking fire sales, really? Who's excited for a fire sale? It's like, oh, I got a fire sale. I just want max ammos and insta kills, you dumb fuck. Times 2 for my economy. Any of this bullshit. That's the thing. They started introducing so many stupid drops. Zombie blood, zombie points. Oh my word. What are they thinking?
Zombie points. So weird.
It's so stupid. It should just be max times 2 insta bomb.
Absolutely. Carpenters, maybe.
Yeah, carpenters.
Just
I
so
can
you can fix your
manipulate the
cycle.
spawns. Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
And it's manipulatable. So. Fundamentally, that's what I love about being one. Well, I did get the insta at the end of the round. Alright, I'm real fucking sick today. An emotional sickness is sort of taking on me. I just read something I did not want to read this morning.
Yeah.
Oh
You
shit.
said?
I don't know what you mean with that. I definitely get that sometimes.
I heard about somebody. I read about somebody getting raped. As a content creator, that I'm thinking, yeah, I don't like this content creator, but I know them and I've known about them for a long time. And I'm thinking, this is not a Mickey Mouse rape. This was a full-on, some of the most brutal shit I think I've ever heard in my life. and the person that it happened to is really weird because it makes it harder for them because of the particular reasons why I don't like them. Which, wow, I'm thinking kind of happened to cannot happen to a worse person. Double entendre. Yeah. Intended. Alright. That sucks for that person. 100%. And usually I just, you know, I can, you know, read disgusting things because it feels very, very disconnected from it. I don't know why that hit me particularly hard. I don't know why. Maybe it's because the brutality plus I kind of know that, because, you know, for some, you know, particular people will make claims about things. Just knowing what that person had to lose to make those claims, I'm thinking, yeah, this is almost, and who the people were that they were accusing, I'm thinking, yeah, I'm actually very certain that this isn't true. I don't even need to go, oh, no, where's the proof? I don't even need the proof, right? Just hearing, there's more shit, but I don't even really want to say it. Just because it involves people that we know.
Really?
What'd you say?
I would know them.
You know these people. So I
Where
don't
are
wanna
they?
say.
Like,
Huh?
on like YouTube? Like, where are they?
Oh no no
Like,
no!
what?
I'm saying you know them, as in not know of them. I'm saying you know these people. And it was really sad listening to Wanda talk about. I mean, he talked about it on my
What the
stream,
fuck?
so I'll tell you. But he's
Oh, these is
talking
like
about doing
zombie simulator?
fence. It was Wanda talking about doing fence.
The fuck?
Oh shit.
Yeah, so just on that level, just um, the sleep deprived Wanda talking about that, and yeah, and I'm no drug expert, so I'm thinking I'm gonna push him back on him, but he has this disarming sort of knowledge where I'm going, you can easily knowledge check me on this. I don't know what you're doing and walk me in circles because I don't know. I'm an Easter egg YouTuber at this point. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So I can't even ask the right questions. I can't query you correctly. So, you know, him talking about that, that's just, yeah, we could add Zoo Funeral is on that level of just reckless, self-sabotaging behavior. So that's not good. And just hearing that.
Oh, I thought you were talking about some YouTuber
No,
or
no,
something.
no,
That's
no.
crazy.
Start hearing that. But then I also heard something else. And it's really weird because it connected with something else that I've told this person. I'll tell you later. I'm not saying that one's true. I don't know this person's bullshit.
You could mute the stream if you wanted, both of you.
Yeah, I do. I mean, it's a, you know these people.
Yes, you do it too.
Oh yeah, yeah, I can mute. Yeah, okay. I muted it.
Alright. my god, hello, Juggy. Sorry, I was muted. But there is not going to be any cooking stream. But yeah, just a dereliction of basic common sense. There is no way that and also you know your friends in a particular setting. I mean, you know people in a particular setting. You don't know the reliability of somebody in terms of especially if you're in a foreign country. You have no idea how what do you call it? How reliable someone's going to be in terms of oh, you're completely reliant on them sort of housing you and keeping you, because obviously how are you going to get a job? Are you going to be able to travel to that job? When you're in a foreign country, you can't. It's not just simply as, oh, I'm going to get employed, by the way. No, you need particular legal documents depending on your nationality.
Yeah, and that's actually a question that gets brought up a lot in filling out an application for a job. They want to make sure that you legally can be
employed,
because
yes.
I've been doing.
Yeah, I know what job application looks like. Yes, I know these are questions that are asked. Yes, and so yeah, that's why I'm bringing it up. Yeah, this is dereliction. If you're and also going back to the philosophy thing. Obviously, I'm gonna disagree with sort of moving away from a place. Moving away from a place when it's not necessarily it's not necessarily a result of your area, but also your relationship to that place, and that relationship can easily be changed given that you have a will to change it. And I think that's really important. I think that's really important to sort of stop this escapist fantasy bullshit and adapt to the situation. Now, it's easy for me to say, right? I have my people are good. The people that I know are, very much, I very much agree with them on a lot of things, and they give me a lot of leeway to explore different ideas. My people are just very lucky and fortunate to be, having, the people that I know are, by the way. Yet, if you're not in that situation, I think you need to adapt. 100% you need to adapt. Instead of doing fantasy bullshit, because it's not really a fantasy, but in terms of you need to make your own world your own. You can't let somebody. You know how people won't be able to listen to a song because it's like, oh, that was my ex's favorite song or something like that, right? To be manipulated by things like that, to me, is no. You can't let that happen. You need to, be mono and mono. You need to adapt to everything, and those sentiments happen because I know I've been in positions, and maybe it's not an X thing, but in terms of bad situation, man, I've fought to overcome it because fucking adapt. I'm not gonna let a good piece of music be, just because a bad situation happened while I was listening to it, and it gives me bad memories. Like, fuck that. I'm never gonna let that have control over me. I'm not gonna let the past tether me like that to bullshit. I'm gonna create my own path. I'm gonna create my own meaning. Fuck that. And I think that's the correct mindset to have, quite frankly. So
yeah, I can't let stuff like that affect me. But Galactic is someone that is the opposite. I don't know. I think when that affects something that you like that you no longer listen to, it's just like really. I don't know. I can disconnect it.
yeah, so
Or I can look at the past and be like, like I can. I'm not so stuck in the past, I guess.
yeah. So I mean, I'm very curious on I'll ask him how serious he was being. But I definitely want to. I mean, I've leveled with him so many times at this point. At this point, my advice is falling on deaf ears. That sucks. But fundamentally, yeah. I'm saying this sort of, I don't want this guy to sort of live his life through a fantasy of something that's likely never gonna come to fruition. Instead, let's focus on, you know, small, achievable, cool goals for you to get. That would actually be real fucking good for you.
I mean, if it's
Building
taken
up.
him 2 years, it's taking him 2 years to get his driver's license. It's just never gonna happen. He was studying like so much.
It's never gonna happen
How the fuck?
within his own capacity. It's gonna have to be somebody else that schedules and does stuff. Yeah, does that stuff for him. But it's really funny because there are some things that took me years to do, but then I eventually sort of figured it out, which is really weird, just on my own volition. So it's just one of those things that I wonder if just you just sort of you just kind of figure it out. But yeah, usually you need a fucking intervention of somebody, and I think that's what this is sort of Yazzie what you were struggling with, which was you couldn't find structure outside of, you know, a sort of a workplace setting, and that's really fucking tough. That's really fucking tough. To have to operate in, and I think EXE is sort of the same person in terms of this guy has no structure outside of, you know, people telling him what to do. That's what a lot of people have, but some people are way better at surviving even, you know, with minimal structure than other people. I think that driver shit sucks, to be honest. And it's one of those things where it's just less. You know, I'd want to help him on that in terms of, but I don't want to do it for him. That's the thing. It's like, how do I find that ground of, okay, well, I want to help you in terms of encouraging you to do something, but then I'm not doing it for you, because if I do it for you, then you don't gain the requisite skills to be able to replicate the same behaviors again, which is obviously what I would want you to do, instead of just, well, I did it for you, and now you need me to hold your hand again for you to get through this. That's not good. That's not bueno.
The fuck was that?
But also too, something that he told me too, which was very interesting too, which was he was saying to me that leaving zoo has kind of been a good thing in terms of I just spend so much time in VCs when I see people that I just want to talk to them that I don't do anything else. I'm thinking, I know that feeling because I remember Calvin saying I need to get a Discord timer where it times how long I've been in a call, because I'm just spending all day in VCs. And I know that feeling in terms of, well, there are people to talk to. I want to talk to these people because fundamentally I like those people. But then also there is this other thing where the conversations get stale because you're talking to the same people over and over again, and you're sort of talking about the same stuff, and there's no variety of sort of, you need that time. Sometimes you need that time apart to sort of explore different things or develop certain ideas that you go, oh, by the way, you know, I've actually been doing this, and this is, you know, thinking about this, or, you know, expanding my knowledge on this. That there is that sort of thing that you need to take apart sometimes, otherwise you just loop on the same bullshit. But even on a practical sense of just when you spend all your time in a BC, well, what else are you doing? You're kind of neglecting and derelicting other things that you want to do or should do. So I think, and this is the internet, so this is what we talked about a long time ago in terms of if my kid is using the internet for, you know, long periods of time, I'm throwing on the PC. I said that because I mean, I'm ground zero in terms of, you know, I spent a lot of time sort of derelicting a bunch of duties and also friendships that I had because, you know, I fundamentally found the internet a place that I found a lot more inviting than a lot of other places. especially ones that exist IRL. But the thing is, the IRL is very important. You need the IRL component because that's where things happen in terms of where you learn, where you get paid, blah blah blah. And so spending a lot of time on the internet sort of takes you away from that, unfortunately. And I know, because I know that from experience, I am quite drastic and harsh, and yeah, maybe it's overboard. I mean, throwing out the computer metaphorically, I'm not throwing out the window, more just confiscating it away. Throwing out the window is just stupid. You're just creating a bunch of e-waste for nothing, because you're gonna have to eventually buy that computer back. But I think a lot of people, just because they're sort of, their brain is fried by the internet, because they can do everything on their computer and they have no ability to actually do anything useful on the internet, because they spend their time sort of, scrolling YouTube videos and stuff like that. And I think EXE might be a victim to that. And I think he's seen that himself in terms of when he says, oh yeah, being into actually kind of hinders me, but then he just sort of replicates that same thing anyway, which sucks. He sort of recognized the issue and then he's replicated the same sort of things where it's just, yeah, I'm falling asleep in the VCs. Because, yeah, I should have slept before work and then be rejuvenated, but instead I'm gonna stay up all night and then go to work, and then that's it's really fucking bad. So he sort of replicated the same thing, unfortunately. And I think that's that might be hindering him in terms of being able to do any of the other things. I think it might just be a internet sort of habitual use. I don't even want to call it an addiction, because I don't know if it mathematically is an addiction or chemically or however you define addiction, but just a habitual use of the internet and sort of getting stuck in content loops of just listening to music and watching YouTube videos about random shit, but you're not sort of pursuing these goals, and that's why he's not doing the things that a lot of the things that he sets out to do. But I see a lot, and I say that just sort of, I'm sort of in a way projecting myself onto that, because I don't know about you guys, but I've definitely been in. I've said
100% been there.
Yeah.
100% been
I think
there.
anyone
For sure.
can relate.
I think anyone
So.
in this day and age probably been at that route at some point. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know if that was. I really don't want to get into this topic, actually.
What Zeus though?
what?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't know if that, like, I feel like that's probably the main reason he left the server. But if he's still on Discord, like, I don't get the point of leaving this specific service. Like, you just need to get off Discord in general.
Oh, 100%.
I
Yeah,
feel like-
you just need to close Discord. 100%. I don't. I doubt that's why he left. Maybe it is, but more of just seeing
I
the
mean, he was saying that
advantage.
before he left. He was saying
Oh,
that
okay. Oh, okay.
to
maybe.
Ender at least. And outside of that, I don't see why he would have actually left the server. To be honest, I really don't think there's any reason. I know that the drama with Galactic was probably the biggest reason. That's the only thing I can think of. I don't know if he's talked to you about it, but
I mean, he's
Yeah,
probably
it's-
really hurt. He's probably really hurt about it. I mean,
Oh, he's hurting like a jilted lover, by the way. I call him a jilted lover. I would say, man, it's the jilted lover bullshit again. He hurting, man. I understand though, yeah. I completely understand in terms of at least the information that he's presented to me. Now I have no idea about Galactic's perspective. That's why, so I'm not really putting my fingers on the scale in terms of, oh, Galactic is such a piece of shit. I can't believe he would do that to EXE.
But I don't understand why I'm supposed to be forced into his own drama and supposed to take EXC's side, and he's not going to talk to me because I still want to talk to my friend. Like, what?
I think the
What, man?
reason the reason why he left was so I was telling you that or I think I was telling Yazzie this, which was he said that you blocked him over this sort of call, but he had no idea that um you blocked him because he was trying to adjust your volume in a call, and he found out, oh, you blocked him. And apparently and so during that conversation, I think it was during that conversation, he was saying that, okay, well, you guys were, getting along fine, blah blah blah, but then suddenly you decided to talk about, oh, I think your behavior, he was saying this about you, that you were talking about, his behavior hasn't been so good in VCs anymore, and that, we need to have an intervention.
Dude,
That's
he's
so.
exaggerating it because he joined. So like we had been getting along well for a while,
What did you
and
say? Repeat that last.
one we had been getting along well for a while. But I actually told him. I mean, I had told him like maybe 2 months prior to him leaving the server, or 2 or 3 months, maybe 3 months, that I was actually gonna stop talking to him for good
Oh,
because I caught him lying on your stream, and I'm like, you like need to like get that sorted out, or I'm just actually not talking to you anymore
oh
because that was
shit.
like the scummiest shit I've ever seen. So
What
I'm
did he
like,
say?
I caught him one. It was on your stream, and it was
Yeah,
about like the situation with like the Zeus and stuff. And he's
yeah.
like, "Oh my god, I don't know why they wouldn't invite me too." And like he was like saying some shit like that, and I'm like, "Bro, you were there every time we played CS. I invited you, and you were there for like every session until you uninstalled the game to play Elden Ring with Nier, and told me that you weren't gonna play CS anymore." And then that was, I mean, we basically had stopped playing the game already at that point because Ender was leaving for fucking Texas. Um, he was gone like the whole of July. But yeah, EXE was just lying about the situation on the stream. I'm like, yeah, I'm not talking to you anymore. I told him to his face, I'm like, if you don't get that sorted out, like I'm just not talking to you anymore. And he kind of got lucky because I don't think he ever sorted out the situation with you. I don't know if he ever talked to you about that.
No, I didn't know
But
about this intervention.
everybody with this whole situation was relaying info so poorly, so I had to go on your stream to even like understand what was going on. And
Oh, okay.
and yeah, yeah. So I finally like kind of got a grasp of it, but like he's kind of lucky he got me at a good time in my life where
Yeah.
um I had I was playing Borderlands with them, and
Yeah.
we kind of started getting
We,
along
we
well
were playing
for a while.
Borderlands together. And I was there too.
Yeah, but me and him played a lot more than we did with you. So,
um,
but
but dude,
like
that,
we were
that
playing
playthrough
together.
was super fucking fun. That was
Oh yeah, it's super fun. So like I kind of postponed the idea of just stopping talking to him because of that, because
Mhm.
like the playthroughs are like really fun.
Mhm.
And I kind of just like, you know what, EXE's been good recently. Like I'm gonna keep talking to him. And it had been fine for a while, but one day he just was in a really bad mood, like really bad, and he joins the call, and everybody understood like he just completely ruined the VC. And I'm like, I don't even know why you joined the fucking call, like if you're gonna be like that. And I blocked him because I'm like, I'm not talking to you anymore. If you're gonna like keep reverting to this shit, like that's fucking retarded. So I did like kind of wanna.
What
I was
even
actually
did
fucking
he
really pissed at him.
say?
I mean, I don't even remember to be honest. This was months ago, and I don't really care anymore. But
Oh
he was
my
just acting like
god.
such a fucking asshole, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm not dealing with that. And then,
To the level that you blocked
and
him.
it, and it,
This is, yeah, go ahead, go
but like it was also like a reminder of like, oh,
ahead.
look at all this other stuff he's done, and I'm like, man, I should just stop talking to him because like he's just never gonna actually change. Like I kind of keep going through this like Rose and like EXE's just never gonna change, and like that was kind of the break of like the fantasy EXE I'd been talking to for the past few months. Is like, oh wait, no, this is actually EXE. So I got reminded of that situation and like everything else. I'm just like, man, I just need to fucking stop talking to him. Like, to
Mhm.
be honest. And honestly, I don't really regret the decision at all.
Mhm.
But I blocked him, and then
Yeah.
because I don't know. There was something with that call that he had joined back, and I don't know, but he also blocked Venoms. I don't know why he blocked Venoms because Venoms really didn't do anything either. So like I didn't know if it was because of me that he left the server, but it
Mhm.
seemed. But another thing confused me was like the last time I had talked to him was about like the Galactic situation, kind of, and
Mhm.
that's why I think that's a big reason he left the server is because of Galactic, and he's like
Mhm.
mad that we won't stop talking to him. I think, to be honest.
Why would you be expected to stop talking to Galactic?
I just think that's like something EX would be petty enough to do. I think that's lingering in the back. Like I don't think that something he's very like he's not thinking about that like really hard, but I think that is something that's lingering
Oh,
because
I
he was
definitely
definitely
think
like
he's
upset about that. He's
hearting
like, why
about
would
that.
you?
Yeah.
He was bringing that up why are you still talking to Galactic? It's like unfair because like he's a hypocrite with like the drinking and stuff, and he thinks that we should stop talking to him.
Really? Wait, he actually said this?
Yeah, he said that. Yeah, he said that. He's like, why are you still talking to this guy?
Hmm. Interesting.
But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of
But
my
what?
perspective on the XC
I'm
thing.
actually kind of more curious about the details of this. Actually, like,
What
is
details?
it like in terms of like EXE's and Galactic's kind of like relationship? Like, did Galactic say like, oh, I don't want to be like super close to you anymore, or I don't like what specifically did he
Honestly, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is up,
even
right?
really?
Yeah, I don't really
Um,
blame him.
yeah. So in a sense, he got rejected
Jesus.
basically. Um, yeah. Which is something that actually happened to me recently. So I mean, I definitely relate. I can see why he's hurting for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I can totally see why it's happened. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I think it's a culmination of those things for
Mhm.
why he left. And I think he'll use that as like the excuses why he left, but I think the Galactic thing plays a pretty big part on it.
Mhm.
And he probably just won't admit it.
I think he would, just because I know that galactic thing weighs on his head a lot. He talks about it a lot. Or at least he talks about it like a jilted lover, so I know that he's hurting. Like, I just really wish this was recorded or something or live streamed. The chat, the morning chat. Just no one remembers anything about this. It's just a black hole, by the way.
Wait, what?
I'm saying this chat is completely black hole that you had in that EXE had in the morning. This EXE morning chat
Oh,
bullshit.
oh yeah. I mean, it was just a lot of little things. Like he was we were Stratus and Baruch,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got off, and I had like helped him, bro. I'd spent an hour teaching him how to play Shang, or like
Mm-hmm.
helping him with Shang, even though I didn't want to, like a few days prior. So I
Mm-hmm.
really went out of my way to help him learn the map,
Mm-hmm.
and so, I'm just trying to be helpful. And he gets on, and we found this new Varrock strategy
Mm-hmm.
because Venom's like was trolling, and like I think it was me, Venom's, and Ender that were playing 3P dash strat, and then Ender got off, like left for a minute. He went AFK. We had finished our strat testing session,
Mm-hmm.
and then Venom's was like, "All right, Tricky's like, I got one side, you get the other." He was like completely joking, but like I was like, "Wait, that might actually work." So we were trying it, and it was like kind of working.
Mm-hmm.
And then Venom's like had to get off. So like right as EXE joined the call, Venom's was leaving, basically
Mm-hmm.
like probably like 2 minutes in. So I was like, EXE, can you like strat test this with me real quick? Because I want to see like how fast this is. And he's
Mm-hmm.
like, no, I don't feel like it. And he didn't say I don't feel like. He's like, no, I'm already like in bed, about to go to sleep. And I'm like, oh, fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be kind of nice if you could though. But anyway, we were like 20 minutes in the call, and he's playing Melty Blood, and I'm like, are you fucking
Oh
serious?
my
Like,
god.
so it was just shit like
Fucking
that.
good.
He's just being a fucking idiot, and I'm like, man, just tell me you don't want to do it.
That's crazy.
It was
Totally
just his
exit.
attitude. Like you just have to hear his attitude,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh, I trust
he
me.
was like,
This guy put so much attitude on. And honestly, it got I just stopped messaging for a few days. I got real fucking pissed off with the entitlement. Sometimes I hear from him, so I understand. I understand what he's saying. I know the attitude. I experienced it
and
myself.
he was spending like 10 minutes talking about Nana. He was like, yeah, I just finished it, and he was giving her his thoughts, and he's like asking for a new anime to watch. So I'm like, oh, you should try Hunter. Um,
Mm-hmm.
no, I feel like it's anime you should probably watch
Mm-hmm.
um, at some point in your life.
And he said, "Fuck no," I'm guessing.
Hunter. And he's just like, yeah, I don't really like shonen, and I don't really want to. I like experimental anime where they're like fucking lame, is what he's saying. I'm like, man, you just watch Nana. There's no way the production of Nana is anything like fucking lame, and you liked it, so I don't know why you're saying that and limiting yourself on what you can watch. But like his attitude about it, like, bro, he was not listening to anything I was saying,
Mm-hmm.
and he was just being an asshole about it. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, man, he's like, you didn't even say anything interesting about it, and I'm like, what? So whenever we found out he was watching it, it
Mm-hmm.
was the funniest thing. It was so funny
Oh yeah, yeah. That
because
must
he was
have been.
basically it was yeah because he was saying like, nah, Hunter just doesn't look interesting. Like I don't like shonen. There's no way I would watch it. Basically
Mhm.
like disregarding any chance of watching Hunter, and he watches it because you tell him to. It's so funny.
Yeah. It was because he told me about you guys, and that's why I said, "Oh, that right." By the way, Hunter is crazy good once you get into it. But you're at the Mickey Mouse bullshit, so at the generic shonen bullshit parts. And then you know what he said? I'm thinking, fuck. I'm saying, man, I'm so sorry. So sorry, but this part because these parts are bullshit. And he said, no, I'm really liking it. I'm thinking, what the fuck? You like the Mickey Mouse parts? You're in for a treat then.
Wait, he did like it? I thought he didn't like Hunter. Well,
Yeah, yeah, no. No, but when we were watching it together, we watched one episode together.
um,
And he said, oh, no, I actually really like this. I'm thinking, man, this is the Mickey Mouse part. What the fuck?
to be fair, I do think the training exam in Hunter like is one of the best, if not the best, shonen like training exam outside of maybe Naruto.
Are you talking about the Heaven's Arena?
No, just even just the first one, because like shonen training arcs are always fucking ass, and I don't think that one's like particularly great or anything, but it's like better than most for sure.
I mean, you don't mean training, right?
Yeah, I mean, what other shonen has like a training arc that's not like ass?
But you're talking about the shit where they have badges, right?
The Hunter exam.
Yeah, the Hunter exam, yeah. So I would call that a training arc, really. But yeah.
Oh wait, why did I say training arc? I meant exam arc. Yeah, no, I meant exam arc. Because I'm thinking Freeren's exam arc and like, oh my god, that shit's fucking ass. Like,
No, I don't like Hunter's exam arc really. I mean, I would have to rewatch it because it's really hazy, but I couldn't give a fuck about it. I think
I would too, to be honest. Yeah.
I think the continuity with the rest of the series, the tone is so different. And men's not even really a thing, so
Yeah.
I don't like that aspect. You can't watch that exam arc and then go, oh yeah, I know what the rest of the series is. I've got a good feel for this. For this, it's just too different. And
Even until Chimera Ant, you can't really say that. I mean, you could a little bit, but Chimera Ant has such a different feel. And
it's
tone and
feel,
stuff.
but it feels very distinctly Hunter x Hunter in comparison. Then you still have Nan, you still have these complicated antagonists that are, you know, actual characters and not sort of that grow throughout the arc instead of, you know, these, you know, obstacles to be taken down.
Yep. But it did feel like there was stakes in the Hunter exam. Like people are actually dying. You don't really see that in shonen, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, everyone in tuning exams is just fine. And then they retcon the so there's this redhead in Shippuden that Sasuke gets his own team, and there's this redhead that's madly in love with him. I think Karen or something. So she's more hated than Sakura. She's probably the most hated character. Horrible character, by the way.
Yeah.
And she was saved by Sasuke in the tuning exams retcons, by the way, because obviously we never saw her in the tuning exams. So they retconned, you know, some scene where she's saved by Sasuke. Complete fucking bullshit. And that's why she loves him.
It's funny. That's really dumb. Fucking just a random retcon, yeah.
Yeah, to add a bullshit character that nobody likes too. Nobody even wanted this character in the anime. His team sucked, by the way. I couldn't stand anyone on this. I think it was actually a 4-person squad instead of a 3-person squad, and I don't think I liked any of those characters. I don't think they're in my top characters. And I like a lot of Naruto characters. I don't know how you introduce a bunch of boring bullshit characters. Yeah, Shippuden is quite a bit worse than just OG. I can't stand it.
I actually did like the first arc, but
Oh, I love
I didn't
the
get
first
past
arc.
that, so.
The first arc of Shippuden is one of my favorite arcs in Naruto. I've got very fond memories of watching that as a kid. The tuning exam arc though is really sick. I really like the first the written exam part of it. That was such a good episode. I mean, it was completely bullshit in terms of it's just so bait how they're so obviously cheating. And that's probably just a part
Yeah.
of it where the teachers just went, "Well, we obviously can tell we're fucking joning, but still. Um, it's on a level that they're just doing such blatant cheating. I'm thinking, "Oh, okay, this would never pass." But really, it was still cool regardless of that. If you turn your brain off of that, on that part specifically, it's actually really cool. Cool exam. Stupid. It's stupid even in more ways in terms of it ended up being a battle of willpower in terms of all the exam questions never even really mattered.
I remember that part, but I don't remember it very much. I don't remember the little details of it that much.
Hmm. Oh my god! I just fuck up. I had the wood and I just straight into the couch. I need to improve my strafe accuracy. I don't even need to strafe. It's actually a detriment to strafe in a lot of these situations. Can't wait for the witch hat atelier's exam arc.
Incredibly good.
I hope it's good. Just the foundations of it so far. There was this one episode I really liked, and I hope it led to something, but it didn't, which kind of sucks. The guy played it off, so I'm wondering if they're setting up seeds for something later to happen. Hopefully they are, because I kind of like the. This is why Death Note and Breaking Bad was so particularly good. It was that they had characters do things that got them into trouble, and then in trying to resolve that particular thing, they may get into even more trouble. I really like that. It's just the escalating sort of tension that exists in them trying to them trying to clean up their fuck ups. Usually incredible for that. I think that's why those two shows are particularly gripping. Um, Structured really well. That I think that's just a really good structure for a show. And so it was sort of giving me Death Note, Breaking Bad vibes of, oh, this guy's caught in a lie, and now it's sort of, oh no, he did something where he fucked something up, and now he has to lie to get through it, which is basically, yeah, I mean, very Death Note in terms of trying to outwit somebody else, but you can't really let that be known. Um, and so that's what's happening with oh, what you call it? With this guy in these several episodes, but then the guy, it seems, at least in the last episode, it seems like he successfully played it off. But I wouldn't be surprised if he still has a lingering sort of suspicion of the misdeeds of this one guy. The guy was really doing some fuck shit, especially from their perspective, and the morality that exists in that one.
Mhm. Yeah, I was actually talking to Ender about it again Because I couldn't remember if he said he liked the match system. He said he did. Like, he said it reminds him
Yeah,
of
you
Fullmetal
told me
Alchemist a little
that.
bit. Yeah.
Oh, FMA, you didn't
He
tell me
said he
that.
doesn't like the. He said he doesn't like the characters though.
Yeah. I think the characters have gotten to shine. I think you need to have a particular moment for characters to really show their depth. But I like Kipri, because he has that depth. Because he has been put into situations where he's forced to compromise his ideals, and so to me that fundamentally makes an interesting characters where you get to see their rebuild preferences for the actions that they would take. That's cool. I really like that. But the other characters are just, you know, child characters. They haven't really gotten time to shine, so I'm hoping we do, but they haven't shown me anything. Apart from Olga, she definitely is a character that is already interesting me, because she does have that Sasuke vibe, but she isn't a Sasuke. In the sense of, you know, she's an ambitious character that's, you know, putting out working really hard, and so she's quite aloof. I just got one hit down again. Of course. Shit game. And so she's the most interesting of the apprentices. But not really anything, you know, oh wow, you know, this is, you know, an incredibly, you know, in-depth character. No, nothing like that so far, unfortunately. Hopefully we do though. I think the magic system is still proven to be just really, really sick. I think in the most actually I don't know, I haven't seen the most recent episode, but the one before that, the way they use a earlier magic system, because obviously they don't know all the magic, and so they're limited to the spells that they've been taught, and so because you can reverse the seals, they use this to reverse the seals, but it's not clear as to, wait, what would this do instead of putting something into its base, or grinding something down, with sort of reducing it back to its original state, and on that level, you know, what does that mean? But then this guy is colorblind, and so he doesn't know what the vials in front of him do, and so she gives him the spell in order to be able to sort of change back the material inside into its original components, so he knows what they do, and so he can help her, which I thought was, wow, I like how they're using the sort of, they're not learning new magic in terms of, oh, that's a new spell, but they're using existing magic and then using the system that the world exists in to sort of create a new spell out of that, I guess. I thought that was really cool, especially when considering this guy is, you know, disabled, and so it's not like they're curing him. They're using, you know, sort of creative ideas in order for him to be able to sort of exist in the world. And that's sort of my critique on Naruto. And, you know, you see Rock Lee, you know, he's crippled because of the cost of using the gates, especially at the young age that he's using them. He's using, you know, he goes up to 5 gates, I think, or 6 gates. It's something fucking crazy. I think he only goes up 1 more gate past that in all of Shippuden, so it's really stupid. But the guy's doing, the guy's the guy just said, oh, we found this Tsunade woman that can just heal you. That's bullshit. He should have stayed disabled. There should have been consequences for his action and pushing his body to that limit. That was meant to be a hard fight. It's the limit of, you know, and then sort of he has to now find a place in the world where he's disabled. I think that'd be really fucking interesting in terms of, oh, you know, this guy has to. It would give depth to the rest of the village in terms of, well, you don't necessarily have to be a combatant in order to, you know, be of use or whatever. Or maybe you could just find some other cool magic in order to, or jutsus, I guess, in order to overcome that. That was bullshit. I don't like that. I don't like characters regrowing limbs, because the Piccolo's the only person that gets their limbs cut off, and then they can just regrow the limbs back. That's bullshit. What the fuck is that? that's not realistic. That's why I like particular depictions of war that show us the cripples, because that's what war is. It's disgusting. You show us the rape, you show us the cripples, you show us the PTSD and all the other mental afflictions that come with fighting in, you know, some of the most inhumane, brutal conditions. Trying to, you know, kill your fellow man because of their creed and affiliation. It's disgusting. War is disgusting in a way. I mean, it's cool when, you know, we're playing it in a video game. I like video game war. I like Nazi zombies. I like killing them. And I like using the guns. I like sprint weapons. I like that. But yeah, no. It's inhumane. It's disgusting. And I think sort of moving away from that, and being not allowing your characters to sort of reflect the actual realities of war because you want them to be perfect and blah blah blah. I think it just shows a lack of imagination to, you know, have these characters fit a fundamentally different role. People get disabled because they do shit, and the guy should have remained disabled. He should have been a crip. He should have been a cripple. It reminded me of how Bran from A Song of Ice and Fire is a cripple. He's this, you know, able-bodied kid at the beginning, and he ends up being a cripple, and you sort of see these able-bodied people around him, and the sort of, which starts with sort of a lament for, you know, he was going to become a knight, you know, that was his dream, and so, you know, at a small thing of, you know, being able to ride a horse, that's a really important thing to him, because Tyrion gives him particular modifications to the saddle so he can actually ride on the horse. That's cool. That's real fucking cool. I like that. It's not this, you know, oh, he's being cured now because of magic. It's, oh, you know, the world has made accommodations for his particular conditions. That's cool. I like that. Because it's realistic fundamentally, and I like realism in my stories. I don't know how you feel about that though.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Especially the consequence part where they lose their limbs and stuff and they can just fucking regrow it. Kind of fucking bullshit. Unless it actually makes sense to the story or something, but you know, just some magic fucking solution. It ruins the fucking stakes. It ruins the, oh, I made a fucking mistake. Oh, okay. Oh, I could just erase it with a magic eraser. Oh, okay. Nothing. I didn't learn from anything, you know? It's like,
I mean, it's like Yezi getting stuck in the corner by George and then using a save state. Like, what?
Yeah,
but,
it's very. I like how you
I think with
example.
Naruto.
What the fuck? Yeah, go ahead.
with Naruto, there is a really bad. This is why I don't like the Sasuke rescue arc that much, because all the stakes are like completely removed at the end. I don't know if you remember, like everyone's like dying basically. All the characters die, and you're like, holy shit, like stuff's like actually happening.
what the fuck?
And then everyone's just fucking alive at the end, even though one of them is literally like he ate like the food. You know what I'm talking about. He ate like the certain food that was supposed to make him die.
Yeah.
But he was like super.
I think that may
How the fuck is he still alive? It's like, what?
Boys, no, that's Choji. I think it was Choji that the bullshit. Yeah,
I think it was Shoji. Yeah, that was bullshit. And then everyone else was like, we saw him dying, and then they're just all alive at the end. It's like, what?
It's like, what?
I like how they send kids on the mission too. They always have, you know, a reason to send the kids to. It's fucking crazy. But also, yeah, Rock Lee coming out of it. But you knew the stakes were gone when Naruto sent a bunch of shadow clones out against what'd you call it? What the fuck was his name? Kimimaro or something? Kimimaro.
Oh yeah.
And they just
the shadow clones, and then
and then just running in one by one. Just single file, just go in. Yeah, let's just beat this. What the fuck? And they're just dying in one hit. And I'm thinking, shouldn't he actually be fighting? So I knew that it was just such a formulaic arc in terms of, okay, well, you know, they're doing, okay, one character needs to stop and then fight this one character, and it's all just mono 1v1s. And it's just, oh, okay, this is predictable. It's just gonna end up like this, where they all end up in 1v1s, and then Naruto is Naruto can't. Naruto has to wait for them, or he has to wait for something to happen, and so he's not allowed to actually fight Kimimaro. He actually has to just send shadow clones single file, and then finally the fight happens. The fight finally happens, and it's Gara shows up, and fucking Rock Lee drunk. Rock Lee drunk. That they killed his character for me. That killed the character.
Yeah,
I
same, yeah.
did
Yeah.
not like him after that. Killed the character. He had the best fucking character in the show. He's still my favorite, regardless of that, because I just wreck on that. But fuck me, that was
Yeah.
so fucking stupid. And then finally gets one of the best fights in the series. Naruto versus Sasuke Final Valley. Of course, that was classic. That's the only real redeeming part of the arc. I hate how formulaic that arc is. I hate it.
Mhm.
The fuck Sasuke retrieval. The Kazekage retrieval, Gara retrieval arc is way better. What the fuck?
Mhm. For sure, yeah.
The fights are better. I think apart from obviously Naruto versus Sasuke, apart from that, I think the fights are generally better. Sakura finally gets to be useful. Oh my god, it's so much better. And then Chio too. Oh my god, Grandma Chio was sick. I like the juxtaposition between her and Tsunade, where Tsunade has to use veneers to make herself look young, using jutsus, and then Chio is just a grandma. That's just you brawling. Yeah, I respect Chio way more. Pretty sure Tsunade is way stronger though, but still. I respect Grandma Chio.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to think of the VC where EXE is trying to lower your volume, and then he goes, "Wait, what the fuck is happening?" Yeah, I blocked you. That's kind of crazy though. You're just talking to him, and then yeah, you have him blocked.
Oh, he just joined the VC, and I'm pretty sure I had him muted
All
from
right.
the last call still, so I didn't
Wow.
even know what you were saying.
Oh.
I didn't even know if I knew he was there, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. But and then you had an intervention with him.
I don't remember the timeline.
Uh-huh.
The intervention, I mean, that happened in, I don't even know when that happened.
That's really funny to think about him having an intervention. Because he was telling me there was an intervention that happened and he felt really upset because it just came out of
But it didn't
nowhere.
go like how he said. It did not go like how he said. I didn't say like, I said that I was pointing out that call specifically, and I said like,
Yeah,
if that shit keeps happening, then like I'm not gonna want to talk to you. That's all. That's like all I really said.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know why he was saying it was like recently. I mean, that did not happen. That did not happen.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Just hearing about this call. Wait, Yezi, were you said you weren't there for the call, right?
Yeah. This is when Yezi was like not doing VCs at the time because he was like dealing with shit IRL,
Uh,
and he was also upset a little bit.
oh,
just from general, so he stopped
When
joining.
is he not upset?
I think this was like post
Malone.
yeah, post yeah. No, this was like post instas versus trade luck discussion.
Oh, okay.
Man, all I remember is waking up and this dude was gone from the server. That's all I remember.
I didn't even know he was gone for like a week, to be honest.
Like I literally woke up
it's probably like
and
2
he was
days.
gone. I was like, okay.
I love how you say it, Yassi.
And I was just like, okay. You know?
Really, that's it? You weren't upset that your friend was gone, or were you just not friends with him at that time? You would have been,
It's just it's just something that something that he would do, and I was just like, oh well, I don't know. I didn't know how serious it was, but I knew that okay, well, he's probably gonna be back in a week or something. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like,
I mean,
okay. I was like,
this is up there with his like. I don't want to say it's up there with his dumbest server leaves, but it like reminds me of his like dumb server leaves from back in the day for sure.
But I definitely do care about him, but I don't know what I can do personally to help him. I don't know.
No, you not being in the sub, you being in the sub, sorry, and then having to connect the trickies, you can't do anything. You would be in the prime position to, do some work.
Well, I mean, I was asking questions like what happened, and then I even asked Galactic about it, and he's like, I don't know what happened. He literally said that. I was like, what?
No one knows
Okay.
what happened. It's EXE is the only person that doesn't know the answer.
All I know, like the basic rundown was that he literally joined. I don't know. Apparently, he joined the call, and like Ender and Trickies was there, and
Mhm.
apparently
And affirmed.
he like you guys were talking about something else, and then he like kept interrupting and like being an asshole apparently, and you told him like fuck off or something because he just started talking about his shit when you couldn't even finish your shit, and then he apparently left the call after that, and I don't know what happened after that. I was just like, no idea.
He kept talking about his shit. That's the most EXE thing I've ever heard in my life.
But he was being rude, like really rude.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember how the VC went, so I'm not. I only remember like a few key things. But I
Every
remember
time
I had to
join
mute
your
him at some
stream, I'm
point.
being discussed, and the man himself is here. Yes. We're relitigating why you left. Why you left.
But I just think it's an accumulation of all those things that Osama revealed with Galactic, and went into not being VC all day, and then I think it's just accumulation of all three. I don't even think that one plays like as much of a part as the other two, to be honest.
See, from what he said, yeah, that interruption, the interrupting people, I'm pretty sure that's what Ender said. I spoke to a Affirmed and Ender about this, by the way. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I know you spoke to Ender about it. Yeah, she was showing me. And I think Ender was saying that you were just being a bit of a cunt, interrupting. I remember specifically that being said, I think. If I remember correctly. Which is such an EXE thing. Oh my, fucking hell. Almost just got fucking bedded. That was some Minecraft shit that was happening. What the fuck was that? How'd you get fucked up by a bed? He's saying that, Nero found his thoughts of walking away from the server.
Huh?
Nia. Apparently Nia's been whispering in
Nia?
there. Yeah, Nia.
Here, what?
I'm not surprised.
What the fuck?
That's
Oh.
strange.
Wait, tell me about that then.
Why is
Huh?
Nier involved in this? What the fuck?
Yeah, actually, that's random, but I can see because Nier also left. Like we had Nier back because we had the zoo anniversary in
Yeah.
February, and then he joined for that day, and then just left immediately. Just like wow, he just like had a really nice conversation. I don't know
Yeah,
why
I
he was
remember.
doing-
I remember. I talked to him. There was no fights or anything. He actually
Bro,
had me unmuted and stuff, and like
oh
I
yeah,
thought like I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I
Yeah.
know we're never gonna be. I know we're never gonna be friends. You know, clearly, he doesn't want to be friends with me, which I'm fine with that. But at least we can like
I
coexist.
always
in
hear
the
different stories
same
about
space,
this. I always
but-
hear it's a you thing.
Well, yeah, I fucked up, but
Nier's definitely
No.
the one. Nier's definitely the one that chooses to not talk to Yezi.
Yeah. That's what I thought it was. Yeah, but then that's where I heard that it was.
That's not true.
that it was a yes
I
thing.
can tell you from. No, I can tell you 100%. It's on Nier's part, completely.
I'm pretty sure he left because of me.
I mean, he refused to play a game. Like we were gonna play a game, and then like he refused to play because Yezi was there.
Yeah, wasn't it Among Us or whatever? We
Yeah,
played
I
that
think
for
it was
like a
Among
week.
Us.
I
This was
I
back in
understand
December.
how
We were trying to get Marcus lobby.
I fucked up with him, but I didn't like kill his fucking dog or something. Like I don't understand this. Like it's something you can fucking forgive eventually. I mean, I don't get it.
You
I mean,
didn't even do
and
it to Nier. Wasn't it something you did a frenzy?
I've also changed a lot. No, I don't know if you remember.
What I'm gonna
the-
say is, I do remember when both EXC and Nier had beef with you. I think a lot of that was you saying, "Oh, I didn't kill a dog or anything." Nah, that's a crazy downplay. From everything that I remember about that situation, I can't remember specifics, but that seemed way more serious than than you just trying to downplay it like that.
I mean,
Was it really serious?
I
I don't even remember this.
In terms of particular lies being told, you'd have to get EXE to elucidate because he's a victim of this. And he talks to there.
oh no, yeah, no, that was fucked up. No, it's
That
basically
jogs your memory.
no, because I thought it was relating to something different, not something with EXE. I thought it was relating to something with Nier, not EXE. But yeah, we were in a call, and Affirmed and Nier were in the call, and it was in my server, and basically what ended up happening was my brother and Num, I don't know who you probably don't know who that is. Ended up joining and ended up seeing EXE's DMs, and that was extremely fucked up because he was like venting to me, but he was also like venting to everybody else. But no, I was definitely fucked for that. No, that was
Wait, you
pretty
showed
fucking
DX's
serious.
DMs on stream or something?
No, to people that
What happened?
didn't know about that don't know EXE. I showed them, but it wasn't necessarily on purpose. But they joined the call and they were watching me stream the DMs of EXEs, and I think Galactic was there too. No, yeah, that's 100%. Yeah, I fucked up.
I mean, if it was an accident, why would...
Well, no, I just kept going on and streaming it anyways. That's the fucked up
Oh, I
part.
see.
I wasn't. I definitely, apologized for it and all that shit. But if that's what we're talking about, I thought with the Nier thing was a different situation. But I specifically did to Nier. If you want to know about that, basically,
You don't need to tell me. It's just...
oh, so you know, or you don't know?
Nier.
I don't know.
So I think it was 2022, and I was extremely fucking depressed and being a fucking idiot and stuff. And I was talking to Nier, and I was like venting to him,
Mhm.
and I was misunderstanding what he was trying to tell me. So I didn't really understand what he was trying to say to me. I thought he was just being like rude as fuck to me. So I kind of like went to Galactic, and basically I was telling Galactic that yeah, I think Nier's fucked up for doing this, and I was making him out to be a bad person when he wasn't actually. He didn't mean it in like a bad way. So it was making Nier look like an awful person when that just wasn't the case at all. So basically, I was fucking up like you know the perception of Nier, like actually what was
Mm.
actually happening, and I basically like ended up misinterpreting something, and I was just making him look like a really bad person. If that's the
I
situation
mean,
where
to be
we're
honest,
talking
dude,
about,
I don't think that's a big deal because that's like basically going to Dank and telling him how bad the Jews are. Like, I don't know. Galactic already hated you at that point.
Oh my god. So EXE said in my chat, Nair doesn't talk to Yezi because of how Yezi has been with both Nair and Frenzy H. The way it was framed to me was that you were streaming and laughing about them.
I wasn't streaming on Twitch. I was streaming on Discord, but there was no Twitch.
No one said on Twitch.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know if that was what you were referring to, but yeah, I was streaming
it was pretty bad.
on, Discord.
Obviously, I don't think you'd do that nowadays, though.
No, I'd never do that. I mean, I definitely fucking changed from doing that idiotic shit. Um, and that just kind of brings me back to the question if a long time has passed since a lot of that stuff has happened, and I've definitely changed a lot. If he doesn't want to give me another chance, that's fine. We don't have to be friends, but avoiding me at like all costs, even if it means not being in zoo and stuff. I don't know if I agree with that. Like this, I think that's just a little too far. But
Why?
because it's just like
Well, I mean, what
I don't
I want
know.
to talk to you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but he
like,
doesn't want to talk to Yezi.
Like everyone.
It's just I feel like you're not gonna talk to me, or you're not gonna talk
Wait,
to
wait,
Tricky
I don't.
because he's friends with
Near,
me. I don't get it. It's a thing. Like I don't know, man. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I've stopped.
I don't think that. I don't think
Frenzy
Nier's
and Nier.
reasoning for talking to Yezi makes that much sense. I mean,
I've
I
kind of
get
just
it, but like, it's not as bad as the EXE. I definitely get the EXE thing, but like,
I just feel like no matter what I do and no matter how much I change, I feel like people like them are just not gonna see that, and there's just no point to worry or
Oh
care
my
about them.
god, what am I
but
listening
this
to?
is like. This is like something that like Nier would do with Frenzy, like laughing about. Like, I mean, maybe not to the extent of showing DMs, but like I feel like he has done that. To be honest,
What am I hearing, Yezi?
So
What the
when-
fuck? If they don't
Yeah,
like you
I
as a
mean,
person, they don't need to talk to you. It's quite simple. No matter how much I've changed, you have aspects of you are different, but also a lot of aspects of you are sort of similar. You are this sensitive guy. You do have a lot of the similar ways of approaching things.
You didn't really let me finish. I just said that's
I
why
don't
I
need to
haven't
let
really
you
bothered
finish.
to talk about it. No, but I haven't really bothered to talk about it because I just don't care. That's why I don't really talk about it. It's like
But you're
that's
doing
like
this. You're doing this thing where, oh, I've changed so much as a person. A lot of the shit about you is still fundamentally the same.
okay, if they don't like me, that's fine. But I'm just saying, like, past those situations, like, I don't really care. Like I owe them an apology, but that's it. I don't care. That's just like my perspective of it, of like why I don't talk about it anymore, or don't even care. And like when somebody just mentions Nier, I'm like, oh, okay, I don't, okay, whatever, So
I can't give enough information that I deem is credible to talk on his behalf on why he doesn't want to be in Zoo, but I can confirm it isn't just Yezi's presence. This guy's speaking like a fucking lawyer in my chat. You know it's serious.
yeah, that is.
This
I
guy's
see what other reason you'd have. To be honest, I mean, he's joining on the anniversary, and like we're having like a chill time talking to each other.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
actually had
but
a
you
couple of
can't.
Not doing that
conversations
stuff.
with Nier. Like I was talking to him a little bit.
But you can't say, oh, just because you had good one conversation with somebody doesn't mean the general sort of.
But I'm saying like, what is his actual reason
I
for
don't
not
know.
want to join? What could it possibly even be? Because like, I've never had a bad interaction with Nier.
Hmm. But a lot of it is to do with Yazzie. Because I know Frenzy
Yeah, I don't think I've
definitely doesn't.
ever. I don't think I've
Frenzy,
ever.
And I know I'm not
Frenzy definitely
into
does not approve of
Niers.
Yazzie.
Yeah, I've never had it. I don't think I've ever had a bad interaction with Nier. I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't see how it could have anything to do with me.
And
So
Frenzy, sorry, EXE and Yezi are kind of a lot of the times in similar buckets, and at least the way Frenzy talks about both of you boys. He says, and I wonder if, well, definitely not with the EXE. That's the way he talks about EXE is definitely not rubbed off. But in terms of Yezi, he just fundamentally considers Yezi a waste of time.
I don't know if you don't think that. That's fine.
I know it's fun
I'm
to think
surprised
about
he's
that.
more. I'm surprised he's willing to talk to EXE though, and not Yezi.
I don't know
I
if
feel like he
Frenzy.
would have
Yeah,
way
but
more of a problem.
I mean, I
No, no,
actually
I
think
Nier,
it's
don't.
Nier,
something
Oh
to.
no 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 yeah, okay.
Nier. I'm very surprised about that because I feel like
Yeah, I'm very
he's had way
surprised
more
about
of a
that
bad past
too.
with EXE. That's what doesn't make sense to me because what EXE did was way worse than Yezi did to him. In
Oh,
comparison.
I don't know about that. I was thinking more of the sort of the frenzy narrative in terms of them being a waste of time. I'm thinking a lot of the way frenzy
Oh,
views EXE and Yazi are fundamentally similar.
well that too, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's had bad past with EXE, and he's like still want to talk to him. I mean, I guess on the other hand, EXE is a closer friend than Yezi ever was with him, so like I get that too.
Really,
I
I'm
think
surprised
that
about
makes
that.
sense.
I didn't know that. I always thought that
Well,
Nair and
just with
Yazi were bad.
his. Well, actually, yeah, actually, I forgot that he was the reason that he was like playing Among Us with us. So actually, yeah, that's true. Actually, no, yeah, I don't really see a good reason for him to not be wanting to talk to Yezi, but still be wanting to talk to EXE. I don't really get that.
I call
Yeah,
it EXE
I
magic.
just literally explained what the malicious situation was. Like, just explained it. Like, that's definitely what it was. Like, that's 100% what it was. Man, honestly, I
Hold
can't
on
be
a
fucking.
minute.
I can't be bothered to talk to. Somebody gonna take a break. I'll be like,
What did I do that was worse than what Yezi did? Is what EXE said.
Just your interactions with him back in like 2021, 2022, with like the drinking and stuff, and like you trying to help you, and just being like an ass. I mean, you know, um, just back in the day stuff, same time frame as what Yezi was doing, and what Yezi was doing does not seem like as much of an asshole thing or a waste of time in comparison. But I don't know the full story with the Yezi thing. Like I don't know what he was exactly saying. But if I mean, there is like some merit to what I was saying about him going to Galactic of all people who already hates Nier or hated Nier at the time and the same bad things. It's like I mean, if he was going to me saying that, I get it. But I don't know. But I don't know the full story, so I'd have to know more of the full
What
story of the
malicious
Yezi thing.
lies did
'Cause
you make up about Nair, Yezi?
yeah, that's what I'm really curious about. Because I don't know the extent of it, but
Did you call him a bubblegum machine? What did you say? Nair told me this one. Oh, I'm gonna die here.
yeah, I don't know. I'm very surprised about that. I think
And he said never again. He made up those
never again.
lies. Never again. It's to speak to him. At least
Oh
be on
yeah,
good
yeah.
terms permanently with him. Maybe speak, but Can't recall what they were exactly, but I know Yezi made up plenty of rumors about Nair. I'd have to ask him. Naughty, naughty.
I mean, that's yeah. I would like someone did that. I mean that.
That's fine.
I just don't see why Nier wouldn't tell. Like, if the reason isn't just Yezi, why doesn't he tell us what the problem is? Like, if there's a reason he's on this, or why doesn't he just say it? Because, like, honestly, I can't even think of a reason. He wouldn't. Like, I've never, like I was saying earlier, I've never had a bad interaction with Nier.
I mean, I'll tell you the
There's-
reason, but you already know it.
Is he? Yezi? I already know it. With Nier?
Yeah, with Nair.
What is it?
You already know. You already know the reason. I just wait for you to catch
Yeah.
up. Yeah, you 100% do.
Frenzy? I don't know.
That's crazy. His strokes 22 is full cooling. I deem that worse than me being 14, 15, drinking alcohol and not listening to Nid, trying to guide me in a good direction. It's just a waste of time, baby. That's not really it. Yeah. At least from what it seems like.
Because what I don't understand about the Nier thing is, like, he was leaving the server and not wanting to be in the server last year. I mean, start of last year. Like, I don't know. I don't. Why would he not be willing to be in there, but Frenzy would be? That's what I don't understand.
It's true.
That's why I'm so confused. I genuinely don't understand it. I don't know. I just think it's so stupid when this happens and people are just not like honest about it. I don't know. You just have to try to figure out like a fucking puzzle. Because like I at the end of the day I'll be like, I don't know why Yixi left. I know why Yixi left. I don't fully know exactly what he's thinking, but like I can definitely see like certain reasons like Galactic and stuff. But with Nier, like I'm just completely fucking in the dark on why he doesn't want to be in the server. And his behavior just confuses me as time goes on more and more.
I don't even remember the last time I talked to them. I don't know, I talked to that guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I think probably it was on this anniversary was the last time I talked to him.
So not
I
that
saw
long
him
ago.
having found any issues. Huh?
I said so not that long ago.
Oh man, this was like almost 4 months ago at this point.
Yeah, I'm saying I haven't spoke to him in such a long time. I think maybe the last time I spoke to him was I didn't even exchange a word with him, but he joined the VC and he was just spamming like a bunch of times.
Yeah.
He's stroking himself up right now in the chat. I know that for a second. You know how many times he said that? It's not actually about Yezi. It's not about Yezi. It's actually not about Yezi. It's actually less about Yezi. It's actually the icing off top of the cake. How many times he's gonna say that?
What the fuck?
As I said, it's not
Then
about Yezi.
What the fuck is the reason? How does it not have anything to do with Yezi? Surely it doesn't have anything to do with Ender, who he didn't interact with for years. I don't see how you could have a problem with. Yeah, no, there's like no reason. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, reading the chat, we know what you're saying. I'm just reading the specific things of what you just said. I don't need to read full messages that say the same thing.
I don't know, but Zoo's like a completely different server than it was even just like whenever EXE was here last. Like it's honestly unrecognizable how different it is.
It must be so chill.
Yeah, I mean to be honest, like I haven't even been really talking to Ender or Firm that much lately. Like in comparison to the other people that have been joining.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
there are definitely more people in there that
dynamic.
I've never. I swear, Zoo was the same server for the longest time for years.
Yeah, and this year it's been completely different. Like every month it's like changing completely. Like whenever EXE was here, it was like that was like still kind of Zoo, but now like Zoo's not even the same fucking server. It's really different. And we got Dank back too. Like it's been really crazy. I don't know. This has been a really interesting year for Zoo.
Zoo plus. Zoo plus.
It was funny. For you
Well,
should have been here the other day because Galactic's girlfriend is in the background playing IW Zombies and complaining about the BO1 community and how it's full of toxic people and racists and just like the scum of the earth, basically. And talking about how bad the game is, even outside of the community, like how trash BO1 is, it doesn't take any skill. And they're being dead serious. And I'm I'm like, you're playing IW. I mean, I think IW is a cool game.
yeah.
Um, is there's clearly passion put into that game, but they're sitting here talking about they were comparing it to IW, and like they're like, oh, the art style of IW is so much more creative, and like there's like BO1's a soulless game, is what they're saying, and
Mm.
they were saying like BO3 and BO2 are better as well.
What?
And I'm like,
Even
you're gonna complain
Galactic?
about the BO1 community? No. Galactic was like completely disagreeing, but
Oh, okay,
his
good.
girlfriend
Yeah.
was going off. So yeah, they were going off about it, and I'm like, how are you gonna sit here and say the BO1 community is bad when, and then you're gonna say the BO3 community is good? Like what? The BO3 community actually just was like completely fucking racist like for a while, and like doing like the most vile things, genuinely the most vile things I've seen, and like
Mm.
they're it's full of cheaters, and they were saying the BO1 community is full of cheaters too, but like. How are you gonna sit here? Tom Fantasy just got exposed the other day, and like Sniper K, you have like all the top three BO3 players are fucking cheaters basically,
Mm.
and you're gonna sit here and say that. I thought that was crazy, and I was telling them to name me who like the racist people in the BO1 community are, and they just stopped talking. Like
Yeah.
they just couldn't come up. They said the whole community. I'm like, oh, so I'm a racist, so I'm a cheater, a toxic racist cheater in the game, and they just like had nothing to say.
Yeah.
It was really funny.
I know
Man, that
EX.
was crazy.
I know EXE has beef with Galactic's girlfriend. Man, yeah, he has a
Oh
beef with
yeah.
his that whole bloodline. Actually, now that I think about
He's got beef with the cat.
it, that whole family he has beef with. 100%, he does. He probably has beef with the sister too. No
Yeah, probably.
doubt. No doubt. That's probably music to his ears. That's like the random box going off. Just he's really fucking listening there. Just saying, I said that. I fucking hated this person. I said that. So I know
I knew they were
EXE.
a fucking idiot.
So, those, I feel, damn, we might have to send some legionnaires over there. Now, really, you don't talk about you don't talk about BO1, man. Man, it's gonna be like dead fucking fursuits. like the fucking crucifixes that you're just gonna see like a bunch of fucking like dead fursuits like on the way. It's like 300 miles to wherever like Kentucky, wherever the fuck they live, and it's just like a fucking like row of fursuits. Like, you're not. Yeah, like, the Legionnaires are coming over. You do not say shit about BO1. Yeah, you don't call this main menu Sonus. As far as I'm concerned.
Oh yeah, I brought the main menu up too. I brought the main menu up.
Of course.
And I'm like, how do you think this game is soulless?
Yeah.
Oh man.
When you played as JFK, that was cool. Whereas you're playing as some like fucking. I'm not gonna insult the game because I don't need to sully a game in order to extol my own game. That's bullshit. I don't need to do that like they did. No, I mean, I don't care about IW and I don't know about it, so I'm not gonna talk about the game. I don't need to do. That's a Dark Souls 2 player thing to do. I would never do that shit. Yeah. No way.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was saying IW actually looks cool, but like in comparison, like I don't know why you're comparing it to why you have to make BO1 look worse for it. Like that's what I was saying to them.
I don't need to make IW look bad, quite frankly. But BO1 to me, aesthetically, very pleasing, very cool.
They said the art style is basic, and they reuse assets. Those were their arguments, but like
base that's efficiency.
They reuse assets in every game.
Oh,
yeah, and I was saying like, why is that a problem?
BO2 is way worse for that. Like half the guns are in the box are from BO1. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, all the mechanics are from BO1. BO1 set the standard in terms of the mechanics. In terms of look at how many zombies per round. Oh wait, that's all from BO1. Look at how the zombies hit you. I mean that the standard got set in BO1. I mean obviously it's not the same, but compare it to World at War. Who set the standard? BO1 set the pace of. BO1 is the base of society, quite frankly. Gonna play some Shangdan Depot? Pumper? Man, you're not getting the world record on Shang. Yes, he was right. Fuck you.
Wait, EXE's playing? Who's playing? EXE's playing Shang.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was saying Shino. I'm like, why is EXE playing Shino? But
because Yezzy's playing it.
Yeah. I got that mixed up. I was like, is Yezzy in your chat? What? No, wait, does EXE know about reduced graphic content on Shang?
Of course not. Because I didn't know. Why the fuck would
you know? You have to play on reduced graphic or unrestricted graphic content EXE. Well, be careful though, because you can get 23. Mode. Yeah, if you're gonna play fast, you have to play with that off. World record on Shang is like really open, and you have to.
You're talking to EXE, who clearly is not capable at this point of getting the record.
I mean, yeah, but if he wants to actually play for it, then yeah, he should be doing that.
Yeah, if he wants to play for it, then wait maybe 7 years to do again.
Yeah. Well, either way, it would make you faster for speedruns, so.
And you wait 7 years, and the guy would have only had like 5 hours of play time on the map, 100%.
But yeah, if you play Shang, you play with unrestricted, but be careful because you'll get 23 zombies per horde if you make a crawler in a ceiling spawn. I think that's how that works.
It's nice for him to know this. Yeah, he's probably long gone. Man, he probably said, you know what? I heard the best thing of my life. I don't even need to be here anymore. Fuck that. You guys are talking shit on Galactic's girlfriend? Yeah, 100%. Man, we talk shit all day. The fuck? The Legionnaires are currently on the march.
Yeah.
The march into Kentucky. Got my connect from Arkansas marching there. Dank from Indiana closing in. Man, it's a pincer attack. That's weird. I couldn't imagine dating a zombies player. Someone sitting there just going, yeah, I'm playing RW. Because I don't know about you, but I would want to date somebody that is into the things or has adjacent interests to me. But in terms of in terms of, oh yeah, I'm a BO1 player and I'm playing TG, I'm thinking, no. I mean, maybe.
Fuck.
But there is that worry in terms of if there's such a big overlap in terms of your interests. There's this really cool thing when you talk to somebody that is kind of into the things that you're into, but also has massive stark differences, is that they can get you into things that you don't know, or they can talk about things that you're just completely unaware of and go, oh, I didn't even think about this. I don't even have this perspective. I really value that. And it's really valuable to have in people. And so
I actually don't care about sharing hobbies at all with like I guess if I were to be in a relationship, I wouldn't care about sharing hobbies that much
yeah,
because
so
um it's something that you can get into. So I don't know. That's something people overvalue, I think. You know, I try to understand why they like. I think that's something
no, I
special
think
too.
most people don't give a fuck. I think that's probably maybe just specific, more like internet shit. Because do your parents have, very similar hobbies? Because mine don't. Um, and most
Yeah,
people
actually
that
they
I
do.
know, yeah. Oh, would you say they do?
They do. Very similar.
Oh, okay. Most adults I know don't have very similar hobbies. So for me, I take the opposite opinion. Is that I would want to have more closer hobbies, but I don't want the same hobbies. So, oh, you play games, but they're completely different. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
you're into, this. I don't want you to be a fucking BO1 player. So what the fuck?
Yeah. No, I definitely relate to that. Like having different pursuits. It's like dating a Doris player. We're both trying to get to. That's weird. I think that'd be
Yeah, that'd
weird.
be really weird. Yeah. So fucking dated dudes trying to both go for 250.
But I like the Jermaine approach though. Playing
Oh
to
yeah,
get the 2P co-op record.
with the wife. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Man, that's unfortunate that they didn't have Pluto yet. That's really unfortunate
Mm.
because that would probably been more enjoyable. So
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm very glad Pluto's a thing. I'm very glad it got allowed. It would have been a bad look for the community if we didn't allow that.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I'm surprised it did, but I don't know what the sentiment of the community is.
I think most people think are for it
Yeah,
because I don't want to have to beat the Dries world record. I don't want to have to put on 5 hours of sleep
yeah,
for
that's
70
fucking
hours.
crazy. Yeah,
That's what Slayer and Phoenix is like 5 hour sleep total.
yeah,
Man, that's fucking nuts. Like,
yeah, that's insane. I don't know how the fuck you can do that. Fine, I'm sleeping at least. I'm playing for 12 hours straight, and then I'm sleeping for another 12. Fuck you. Fuck you expect that of me? The fuck? I want a good,
yeah,
nice sleep, pussy.
yeah, me too. And it makes co-ops like enjoyable now because like you can actually push them further
Yeah.
without having to do that.
I remember when me and Croft Sam played it, and we played it to maybe like 70, 80. No, we definitely played plus 70, probably like 80 or something, or 90. And then we just woke up the next day and just played. We did not. I'm not playing a fucking co-op game without, having a nice rest and then, doing some other things in the day. And then, oh, okay, now we can play. The
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
are you
yeah.
doing? I got some shit to do. The fuck you do? What
I
the fuck do you
remember
mean? Yeah, go on.
the funniest like stream. I remember watching Crafted Sam and Demons playing Buried 2P,
Mhm.
and they got to like around like 50 or something, and then they paused, and they're like, "All right, we'll continue tomorrow." And Crafted Sam was like, "I got to do some rock climbing in the morning."
Mhm.
So after that, we can get on. And I just remember watching Demons like the whole day, waiting, just running around on Buried. With Crafted Sam just being AFK for like the whole day.
Oh my
Just-
god! Oh my
and then like the
god!
next day, he's still not back, and then he just like kills himself or something. Like,
EXE streaming, by the way.
is he really?
Yeah, yeah. I just messaged him saying, "Are you streaming?" And he said, "Yeah, yeah." Fucking Zyra, man.
He probably didn't hear what I said. Yeah, he probably heard me talking. He's like, I don't go fuck what this guy's about to say.
Yeah, yeah. Fuck him. No, what the fuck? He does not need this information. I mean, he does, but in terms of he's not going to be able to apply reset information. What the fuck are you talking about? I can't believe he's playing Shang. It is very fun.
Yeah, it is very fun. And I think the setup's not that bad. It's annoying with the perk flips, but that's bad shit saves. But
Oh my
sometimes like, when you
god,
get
I
the maxes
forgot all
dropping on
about
you
that.
constantly. Yeah.
I stopped having a problem with that, but I had to learn how to deal with that.
It's definitely it's a really big skill thing actually, but it's really fucking hard to get good at it. It's
didn't
just
have-
like you'll go so long without getting a max, and you'll be like perfectly killing them without making sure you're not running them over. And you get that one situation where you have to run them over, and then you finally get the max drop on you. It's like,
Yeah,
oh wow,
yeah.
it's fucking.
Is
Stupid.
yeah, that shit made me very angry.
Yeah.
When I first played the map, I just kept getting dead shot fifth. I
Yeah.
can't stand that shit. I don't know why. Why was it always dead shot? When I first started playing. I wonder if there's a bias.
Doubt it. I don't think so. I definitely don't think so.
Because I was watching the Origins video and there's a bias towards the, a bias of the, shit that you, dig up. There's a fairly
Oh, yeah.
complicated, I'm wondering if,
It drops, yeah.
shit. And I'm pretty sure Wonder Fizz does too.
Yeah, but that's BO2. BO2 is fucking stupid. BO1 doesn't have shit like that usually.
Nah, I can tell they see the game happening. There's a bug cycle. There's a whole bunch of logic in the game behind a lot of the different things, so I wouldn't be surprised. But I don't think so. Just at least Ascension, I don't think so. Just seeing Ascension, I think it actually is a 50-50 when people are doing the setup. At least the one I remember people doing.
Are you talking with or without QR?
With QR, where people do the jug thing to get it locked.
Yeah. Well, like, I'm saying, like, you're talking where people would restart if they get QR or just remove QR at the start?
Remove QR.
Okay, yeah. Because I remember people doing restarts for Jug and to avoid getting QR like
Oh
that.
my god, the
that
fucking.
was
I
really
forgot about the
bad.
monkey, bro.
Like, that looked unfun.
Fuck, I lost all those points.
I like it, locking QR way more in Ascension. But I do like on Ascension you can manipulate monkey runs with QR. I kind of wish that was more applicable without having to deal with the restarts and stuff.
Oh shit, his movement is fucking good on Shang. He knows where all the places are. To get the best bounces.
Fuck, did I not regen there? Ugh. Ugh.
Why are there two power switches on Shang? Oh my god.
That was kind of random. I wonder if you turn on one, is it still no power? I don't know how that works.
No power community.
I'm gonna play a game of no power and have one of the switches active.
But there's still no power, right? Maybe
It's
it's only
like-
one side of the map.
Yeah, I don't even know how it works, but like it's like the Origins debate with the Gen strat. Like, is Gen strat technically no power?
Huh. Yeah, wouldn't it be?
I think so. Because you're
You're
never
not
activating
activating
as long as you
power.
activate it. Yeah. It's weird. It's a weird thing to think about though. Because technically, I don't know. Technically,
There is
using
no
a-
technically. You have to do the whole thing for the generator to be active. Just in the activation process. EXE is part of a tradition of people that have crazy aesthetic games with just shit players. He's actually not shit, but
Yeah.
I guess not accomplished anything. Because the guy has really good movement and everything. Actually, he has accomplished something. What the fuck am I talking about? He has a 30 on Depot. So,
I mean, it's like he reminds me of like CS:GO players that would have like these like crazy clips.
yeah,
They
yeah.
like found crazy clips,
Oh
but
my
they were
goodness.
playing in like silver lobbies, just like crazy movement, bouncing, shit like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And they just post YouTube clips. It's like, wow, that was really sick. They played a fucking silver lobby.
Yeah, yeah. I remember when this guy actually this was Acid who made the park icons. He,
Yeah. I remember doing.
yeah, they were playing CS and they had 2,000 hours, and
Mhm.
we just burst into laughter because they were still silver after 2,000 hours.
Yeah.
And on the live stream, I clipped this. It was removed now. But you just saw the shutdown. They just shut down their PC. You fucking just saw the shutdown screen. Oh my god.
No, I told you about this, didn't I? Where I actually ran into them, back in 2025.
Yeah, Sam.
I told you about that, I think, where I was playing CS and I met this girl, and she invited
Oh.
me to her server with a bunch of her like friends.
Yeah.
They were like all girls, and I was playing with them, and I was looking in the chat,
Yeah.
and I saw this one person, and I'm like, wait, their name looks familiar. It was like the newest variation, like whatever they changed their name to recently, most
Yeah.
recently. And I'm like, it was like Taro, I think, like Sleepy Taro. I'm like, wait, isn't that person from Zombies? There's no way that this is them. And I clicked on their Twitter and it said followed by Fleur, and I'm like, there's no fucking way. And it was like, this is like a small community, like 100 people. I'm like, there's no fucking way I just ran into this person. Yeah, that was pretty nuts.
Julian is playing Remix Stories.
Yeah, I saw that. It's funny.
At the
Man, I would never play that
66th
again.
month anniversary? What the fuck?
There you go.
The Rose Gold Waff was just good. Then some guy in the chat asked him, are you on Semtex or M16? Now, what do you think with the door setup, dipshit?
Shit.
Oh yeah, and there's like more that EXE probably need to know about playing Shang. Like people play with M16 now, for instance.
That makes a lot of sense. I was wondering, wouldn't that be way faster? Wait, so they actually pap M16 early on?
Yeah, you buy Mule Kick and get the M16. It makes the setup way more annoying, but because you have to just build up so much more, even more points now. You can't pap as early, but like, I'll just still do the same restarts because I don't care about losing a few minutes.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Because like I think you would start hitting boxing like around 10 or something, fucking retarded now. But
oh my god, what the fuck?
what happened?
Round 10?
I saw one guy doing that where he was, because you just have to build up so much points, and it's like if you're playing for 100 SR, so like Phoenix would do, or like back in the day for 100 SR, yeah, he would like buy the MP5K instead of hitting box and just like build points so that you can optimize like your time. So yeah,
Oh,
I would prioritize box restarts and just getting a game over that, to be honest, instead of like saving like a few minutes. At least until if I had the world record, then I would start doing that. You know,
yeah.
Play one more random here.
if I had like 200.